the Rincoe CETO. How's it going, everybody? This is AVAndy, and today we're going to be taking a look at another refillable pod system here. Today we have the Rincoe CETO. CETO is the name of it. Rincoe is the company that manufactures this guy. Like always, we're going to go over the specs on this, have vape on it, dive in, take a close-up look, see what it comes with, take a look at the pods, how you fill them, packaging, all that good stuff, bring it back up top. Have a few more vapes on it, and I'll give you my overall thoughts on the Rincoe CETO. Spec-wise, this is a refillable pod system. No on-off switch or anything like that. Just inhale to vape, charge via micro USB. The pods inside of here have a 2 mil e-liquid capacity, and the coil inside of these pods is a 1.3 ohm coil. The built-in battery on the Rincoe CETO is a 370 milliamp hour internal battery, so comparable with like the Suorin Air and some of those other similar open pod systems. So 370 milliamp hours on here. Like I said, charge via micro USB. No adjustable airflow or anything like that. Just simple, easy to use. Let's go ahead and have a quick vape on it. That Salty Club Mango inside of this pod right now. Let's have a vape. All right, here we have the packaging on the Rincoe CETO, as I believe how you call it, CETO, CETO. Flip it on over on the back, see what it comes with. Brief little description. You can see up here on the top, sample not for sale. Open this little box up here. Just very simple little packaging. But packaging doesn't matter too much to me as long as the product inside of it is good. If I can slide this out though. Slide it out, you get a certificate of authenticity, a little quality control check card. Rincoe user manual, straight to the point. It says the cartridge should be changed after 5 times and that you should let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, 5 to 8 minutes to fully wick. You can see the specs on here. Coil resistance, 1.3 ohm coil, 370 milliamp hour battery, 2 mil capacity, all the battery notifications in here, light notification, LED indicator. Here you have the setup, a Rincoe and a pod pre-installed, micro USB cable for charging, super simple. Like I said, there wasn't that much to that packaging there, it's just super straightforward. Here you can see the Rincoe mod. Got this little carbon fiber sticker inlay in here. Pod right here. 2 mil e-liquid capacity, 1.3 ohm coil inside of it. Filling it, very similar to like these Suorin products. Got a little rubber gasket, move it to the side. Fill it up and press the little gasket in there. Sticks in nicely. I've had no problem getting some of these dropper bottles to fit right in there. Fill it up, wait 5 to 8 minutes, and you are ready to go. I suggest taking a few puffs before you install it. Helps get that cotton saturated inside of there. But then it does have a nice little magnetic boom, clicky right into place. Little size comparison here. Aspire Breeze on the left, Rincoe on the right. See it from the side. Here's the Tesla Sigs Sliver on the left. Really like this guy. You can see a size comparison on it with that. And the Sliver is just a tad bit smaller than the Suorin Air, so if you're familiar with that, if you're familiar with the Air style, this is just a tad bit smaller than the Air. You can see these side by side here. See in front of it, so with this little shape here, it makes it a tiny bit smaller. USB port for charging located right here on the side of the device. I mean, you can't really stand it up anyway, but I guess you could stand it up like that on its back, but that's a little weird. So you can do that. Size comparison, standard little dual 18650 battery mod on the right. So this was a sample sent over by Rincoe, but one thing I'm going to mention that I hope isn't on the final production units. Take this is a pod here. This one right here, I'm also going to talk about it later though. The one I have in here, I've got 50-50, and I've got another pod filled with 70-30 PGE liquid. This is the glass right here. And then I have the higher VG stuff in another pod, just trying them both out. But here on this sample pod, I mean, as you guys saw, this is the bag it came in since it was sent over by them. So I don't think it's the final production packaging. I don't think you're just going to get a little baggie there. But on the one that came in the box, it had this little like piece of paper over here, and I think that was to separate the contact from making contact with the battery inside of there, since when it comes in the package, it comes like pre-installed like that. Just saw the LED indicator there. So there was a little like cover, or just a little sticker, and since it was pressed pretty firmly down, it took a while to peel off the sticker to actually expose these contacts. So when I put it inside of here, it wasn't firing. It was doing like the blinking light because there was still just, you know, when you take a sticker off something and it doesn't come off cleanly, it was stuck on the contacts. I mean, it wasn't like a crazy big deal. I just had to play around with it for a while and then really scrape off of, and then really just get that paper off of the contacts. But it was a little bit of a pain. And I do know why they do it, like I said, because they don't want it making contact while it's being shipped inside of here. So, I don't know, just a small point. They could think of a different way to do it, put something else in there, but not a sticker that gets on there, because I had to take it out and peel it off 4 or 5 times to get all that paper off of these contacts. But yeah, here you can see the pods, nice little pods here. Not too translucent. I would like to see it a little bit more translucent so you can see the e-liquid capacity a little bit easier, but overall it's not like it's pitch black. You can still see through it. That's going to take care of the close-up though on this Rincoe. Let's bring it back up top. I have a few more vapes on it, and I'll give you my overall thoughts on the Rincoe CETO. Alright, now that we've got that close, by the way, it's going to have a few more vapes on it. Still have the Salty Club Mango inside of here. 2 mil capacity, battery's pretty much fully charged on here. Let's have another vape. So there you can see the vapor production is pretty good on this 1.3 ohm coil inside of here. The output voltage on here is 3.3 volts. So my overall thought, this is actually, it goes down with like the CETO Stealth, the Tesla SIGS Sliver, and some of those other open pod systems. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this one right here, mainly because of the airflow, the built-in airflow. It's when you have like the air in the sliver right here, it's a tighter mouth to lung draw. This is still a mouth to lung draw on here, but it's a good bit looser than on the sliver. Just sort of like the Aspire Breeze. If you use the Aspire Breeze, it's not as airy as that airflow, but it's pretty close. I'd say it's like 70% between the sliver and the Aspire Breeze. It's a pretty open mouth to lung draw, and I like that a lot. Not super tight like on the sliver or Suorin Air or any of those products. So that's one of the main reasons why I like it so much. It delivers a similar vape, even with the 1.3 ohm coil, to the Aspire Breeze, which I like a lot. So you get that throat hit, very good throat hit on here using the Salty Club 45 Mango inside of here. And in terms of these refillable pod systems like these, when comparing them, that's the biggest thing I look for is the airflow, if it matches my preference. I know some people might like the tighter airflow, like on the Sliver, and some people like the more open mouth lung airflow, like on the CETO right here. Battery life, 370 milliamp hours. It's not crazy battery life. Depending on how often you vape, you probably won't get a full day of charge on here. It depends how often you're vaping. Because products like the Aspire Breeze here, which is a good bit bigger, you saw on the close-up, it's got a 650 milliamp hour battery, so it's gonna last you a bit, like almost double the length of the CETO right here. But for what it is, this is a super sleek portable. Reminds me of the CETO Stealth with the design, but it's a bit smaller than the CETO Stealth. It's just a really good refillable pod system here. The flavor on these coils, I'd give it about a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. Vapor production, I mean, it's not meant for vapor production, but for what it is, I'd also give it a 7 there. Build quality and design, I'm gonna give it like an 8.5. I like the build quality and the design a lot on this guy, just super sleek. Nice little carbon fiber inlay here, just a sticker though. I don't think that's actual carbon fiber. But good design, I like the design a lot. It looks a little more flashy than the Sliver. That's gonna depend on what you're looking for. If you want something just simplistic like the Sliver, you have this option, or if you like the shiny, the chrome accents on here, then you get the Rincoe CETO. That's pretty much going to wrap this one up though, guys. Price point, I think, is about $25. I've been looking around online, don't really see anyone in the States carrying it. Once I do figure it out, I will actually probably also carry it on AspenValleyVapes.com. As of now though, no price point on the pods, but from what I can see and what I can guess, it's going to be about $20, $25 for this open pod system here. But that is going to wrap this one up. If you guys have any questions on this or any other vape-related questions in general, please leave a question down below and I'll do my best to get back to you. If you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. And as always, vape on.